Hey folks, this video is about gun safety. You may have heard about the 4 gun safety rules. Whether you have or not, I'll go through them here. Number 1, always treat the gun as if it were loaded. Number 2, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Number 3, be sure of your target and what is in line with it. And number 4, don't aim the gun at anything unless you intend to destroy it. Here are some additional guidelines I think are good to follow. Number 1, before handing a gun to someone else, keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. If that means standing up and walking several feet away in order to provide that safe direction, so be it. B, completely unload it. And C, hand it to them with an open chamber. 2, most of the gun guys I hang out with don't practice the guideline I just mentioned. They just hand it to me and tell me it's not loaded. Even though I know these guys well, I know they never carry with a round in the chamber. And every time they have ever handed me a gun and said it was not loaded, I found that there was not a round in the chamber. I still eject the magazine and check the chamber anyway. Now you might be thinking, if there's a loaded magazine in the gun, it's loaded whether there's a round in the chamber or not. Exactly, I agree. But I also know these guys and what they mean when they say a semi-automatic is not loaded. It's amazing how a gun can be rendered safe to handle or a danger just based on semantics alone. This is precisely why the guidelines I impose upon myself are so important. If you're a gun guy and you hang out with gun guys, sooner or later you're going to come across gun guys who define an unloaded gun differently than you do or carry their gun unlike you. Number 3, I check guns to see if they're loaded repeatedly. When I first started handling guns, I found myself checking to see if a gun is loaded 5 times in 5 minutes. No, I don't believe a gun will load itself. It was a matter of forming and enforcing safe gun handling practices. I still find myself checking guns 2 or 3 times. Number 4, even when I know a gun is unloaded, usually because I've checked it at least twice, I still treat it as though it were loaded. That is, I'm careful of the direction that I'm pointing and I keep my finger off the trigger. My reasons are twofold. A, it's a great way to inform and enforce safe gun handling habits. And B, if there are other people around, they may not know if the gun is loaded or not. Maybe they don't know how safety conscious you are when handling guns. In short, it's exercising something that is increasingly rare these days: common courtesy. Number 5, when I carry, I put my gun in the holster. Then I put my gun in the holster where I will be carrying it. This reduces the risk of the gun going off when I'm trying to holster it. That's it for this video. Vigilant Defender here. You all come back now. You hear?